What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Rogue Tuesday, and I know right now you're probably confused by the title. It probably says like Professor Birch's observation is the Rogue Tuesday deck, and if you don't know, supposedly tomorrow is the release date, or the street release date of Fates Collide on May 4th. Alright, so that's tomorrow. That is Wednesday, and that means that we'll probably have Fates Collide come out on PTCGO, and when that happens, N will be released into the game. If you don't know, N is probably one of the most missed supporter cards right now. I'm going to pull up real quick. Let's pull up right here. And N, oh, we got to turn out the filters real quick. Let's pull up N. This card is going to be released back into the game. Each player shuffles their hand into the deck, then draw a card for each of their prize cards remaining. And, I mean, expanded right now, Birch is not played. So we probably are not going to see Professor Birch's observation anymore. This is probably the last time we see Professor Birch in a deck. If tomorrow, if N comes out, this will probably be the last time that you really see a standard deck with Professor Birch. So I thought, since, hey, today is Professor Birch's last day, let's give Professor Birch let's give him a good hoorah, and let's see what's going to happen. Today, we are going to play a deck with 4 Professor Birch, and the whole concept to play is to play flippy cards and see what can we get with the deck. And we're going to try to use all our flippy cards and see, can we win a game with this crazy deck or not. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see what happens. Gotta give Risky for the Biscuit one more last round, and we're going to see what happens. So let's go over the Pokemon real quick, and let's see what cards are we using to flip. So our main attacker is going to be this Malamar-EX. It has the ability of Hyper Hypnosis. When you attach energy from your hand to this Pokemon, you may use your ability. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. So we automatically put them in sleep. I know that's not a sleep flip, but they had to flip a coin to get out of that sleep flip, which is great. And our attack is going to be Maximar. Flip a coin for each energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 60 more damage times the number of heads. So that's what we're going to do. We could do 0. We could do 400 plus damage. It all depends on this coin flip, and that's why we're playing Malamar-EX as our main attacker. We still play a 2-2 Zoroark line for the stand-in. You can switch this for the active. We'll go over that in a second. And Mind Jack, 10 plus 30 for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. We could use Mind Jack as just a DC. You know, Malamar does need 2 energies to attack, a Dark and a Colorless, while Zoroark just needs the DC. So we have Mind Jack just as a backup attacker, and 2 Shaymin-EX for the help setup, or we could Sky Return for 30. Our energy is going to be 4 DC and 7 Dark. DC is counted as 2 energies, so you do have 2 coin flips with that. So, I mean, sadly though, you can't use a DC. You need a DC and a Dark. So, I mean, you give 3 and you flip all heads, you can do 180 damage with Malamar-EX. Alright, so that's going to be all our Pokemon in the deck. Now, let's go over all of our flippy trainer cards, and this is going to be a lot of fun. So, the first card is going to be Crushing Hammer. Flip a coin if heads, discard energy to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Alright. Max Elixir is not a flippy card, but this is how we're going to power up our Malamars in one turn. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Attach a basic energy card you find there to a basic Pokemon on your bench. Shuffle your deck. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So you're going to try to put a Max Elixir, put a Dark Energy from your top 6 cards onto one of your bench Malamar. And this is why Zoroark is such a good card, because you could stand in, use the Max Elixir, put energy from your top 6 onto that bench Malamar, then free retreat because you used stand in and you didn't retreat, because you can only retreat once during your turn. Alright, so 4 Pokeball. Yep, no Ultra Balls. We're using Pokeballs today. Flip a coin if it has, search deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So you don't have to discard any cards, but you have to flip a coin. If you flip tails, well, you don't get any Pokemon. Alright, 3 Catcher. Flip a coin if it has, switch when your opponent's a bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. This is a Lysander if you flip heads. As you see, we're not playing any Lysander, so we're playing 3 Catchers instead. 3 roller skates, flip a coin of heads, draw 3 cards. Alrighty. 1 Megaphone. I know it's not a flippy card, but since we don't play the Sycamore, we can actually get away with playing Megaphone because we're really never going to discard our hand. So discard all tools attached to your opponent's side of the field. It could be good, it could may not be good. We could cut it for maybe a 4th skates, maybe 4th catcher, but we're playing 1 Megaphone. 3 Super Scoop Up, flip a coin of heads, put 1 Pokemon into your hand. This could pick up damaged Malamars, could pick up your Shaymins, maybe somebody gets somebody in the active spot. Super Scoop Up has a lot of resources in this deck, and we're playing 3 just, you know, because everything else is 3 of us as of right now, except for a Pokeball. 4 Trainers Mail to help us get our flippy cards, 4 VS Seeker, 1 Judge, and 1 Teammates. Now, the reason why I put Judge in the deck is I want to at least have another draw supporter if we don't find a Birch. Like, at least we have 5 now. And if our opponent has like a billion cards in their hand, we need at least to have some way to control it. The only downside is we can't discard Judge. We can only play it. And so if we never discard Judge, we can't really VS Seeker for it. So that's one of the downsides with not playing Battle Compressors or Ultra Balls with this deck. For Birch, the risking for the Biscuit Man, the main guy in this deck is Professor Birch's observation. Shuffle your hand into your deck and flip a coin. If heads, draw 7. If tails, draws 4. I know a lot of people ask, why did I rip up Shauna's? If you watch my box opening, I ripped open every Shauna I got, and that's because Professor Birch is a better card. Like, it's so much a better card. Yeah, Shauna guarantees you 5, but if you flip heads, you get 7 cards. If not, you get -1. But I'd rather get that +2, maybe. I'm always about risking it for the biscuit, so that's why Birch is the man. Forget Shauna, and Birch has the full art, Shauna does not. So Birch, obviously the better card, and that's why I always rip up Shauna's. Alright, one Teammates could be useful, could not be useful. I think it's one of those kind of cute, weird cards. I mean, it's another 50-50 chance, because your opponent has to knock out one of your Pokemon. But once again, just like Judge, you can't Compressor or Ultra Ball it away, so they take a knockout. You have to have the Teammates in your hand for it to even be useful. So it's another cute little card. You could cut it to make the deck a little bit better, but I'm trying to risk it. We're going to have some fun. 3 Fighting Fury Bell to give your Malamars 40 more HP. I'm pretty sure they have 170 if I remember correctly, so now they have 210, so at least take a tank for a little while, and we'll see if that works or not. 2 Float Stone to give you Zoroark's free treat. And so that is Professor Birch's observation deck. Yep, I mean, I think this is the best flippy card. Obviously, like Megas Kangaskhan was one. Somebody suggests Togekiss. I was looking through all the different kind of cards that people suggested, and Malamar was probably the best one. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Professor Birch, for being so helpful throughout the standard formats. But now N is coming back into the game. I know it's not going to be as exciting because no more flip it to get the biscuit. Risk it to get the biscuit. Oh my goodness. But yep, we won't see that anymore. But at least we've had a lot of fun with Birch. I've had a lot of fun flipping coins, trying to draw 7 or tails, drawing 4, and being frustrated. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this deck, and let's see this deck in action. Let's see Professor Birch for one more last time. Alrighty, let's see it in action. Alright, putting against Ike Von Hike, playing a Colors, Fire, and a Grass deck. I'm not sure what this could be, but the coin flip, let's see what's going to happen. And we won the coin flip! Great. Yes, we would like to go first. And on our turn, we get, come on, alright, a mulligan, alright. So Crushing Hammer is Max Elixir, Super Scoop Up DC, and Double Dark, so nothing really useful. Alright, so they're going to put 2 Pokemon down, 3 Pokemon down, alright, so they're going to see we have a mulligan, they're going to see we're playing some kind of dark deck, and alrighty, so we get a Zorua, Shaymin, Poké Ball, alright, so maybe we can get lucky. So let's see what's going to happen. What does our opponent have? And there is, okay, some Durant and a Bunnelby. Alright, so it's going to be a Durant, Mill, Bunnelby kind of deck. So let's use Pokeball. Come on, Pokeball, and heads. Alright, so we're going to get ourselves a Malamar. We're going to get a full art Malamar, because why not? I'm going to put that Malamar-EX onto the field. Play a Dark Energy. And I think I'm going to put him to sleep, and I'm just going to pass for the turn. And no tells, he does stay asleep. Alright, on to our opponent's turn. Now, what we can do next turn is DC them. Oh, Crushing Hammer! No, don't do that! No, 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 no! Alright, good. Woo! Alright, got kind of scared there. I'm not gonna lie. Got kind of scared. But, man, if we get a fully powered Malamar, we can just use Maximar over and over again. And he does stay asleep. Maximar doing some work. And a Dark Energy. Alright, so I'm going to Super Scoop Up. Heads, we're going to pick up that Zorua, sim the Malamar. We're going to put DC to the active. Sure, we'll keep it asleep. Put down Zorua. And I think we'll Shaymin for 3. And let's see, what do we get off those 3 cards? 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we get another Dark Energy, Roller Skates. Let's play that. And heads, going to draw 3 new cards. We get a Float Stone on this guy. Put down another Zorua. And do we go for the catcher? So 70 HP. So I'm going to go catcher. The Bunnelby only has 60 HP. So we can maybe knock out this one a little bit easier. Tails, alright. So let's go for a Maximar. Let's see what happens. There's a heads. Heads and heads. There we go. Alright. Wait, we only had to flip we only had to flip 2. Regardless, I keep thinking that's 30. I don't know why I thought 30. But we'll take a price card of VS Seeker, but no burst to even get. A Bunnelby comes up, and on to our opponent's turn. What does he have? Does he have an Enhanced Hammer to Team Flare Gun? There's an EXP share coming onto that Durant. An Ace Trainer, which I'm actually A-okay with. Their hand is really, really bad. Can we find a Zoroark? Maybe some Max Elixir, some Dark Energies, and let's see, what do we get? Trainers Mail Poké Ball and a VS Seeker and a Enhanced Hammer. No! No, don't do that. No, I said don't play an Enhanced Hammer. A Robo Sub and a Burrow. Discarding his Super Scoop Up, and that could have been useful. Another Burrow. Discarding Crushing Hammer. Nah, I don't really care about that. We'll get a DC, which is great. Let's use Pokeball. Tails, alright. Let's use Trainers Mail, come on, and a Catcher. Keep that in our hand, not really useful right now. We'll put a DC on the active. We just need one heads. Yes, we'll put it to sleep. And let's use Maximar. Tails. Tails! Oh man, we flipped 3 heads. We flipped 3 tails, but the Bunnelby does stay asleep. Oh, it's our opponent's turn. Alright, so we gotta find a supporter card. Hopefully we just draw into our Birch and we'll be good to go. Okay, alright, so Durant comes down. So far, risking it for the biscuit. It is kind of paying off, but we do have to discard 5 of these Pokemon, and hopefully we don't get decked out. Alright, so is he a VS Seeker? Oh, yes, another Ace Trainer. Yes, alright, our hand is really bad, so this is going to be good for us. Ace Trainer, we're both going to shuffle in. We're only going to get 3, but at least we won't have Catcher VS Seeker anymore, unless we draw to it. Alright, there's a Zoroark, Catcher, and a Dark Energy. We can play all these cards. Another Enhanced Hammer! Alright, but at least you have a Trick Shot. No, stop, please. No, don't stop doing that. Fighting Fury Belt, okay. Fighting Fury Belt could be very useful. To discard Durant 1 hit. Alright, on to our turn. We get a Teammates, which is useless. We'll put it to sleep. Put down Zoroark, and we will use another Maximar. Come on, get 1 heads, buddy, and tails. And a heads, yes, I think we're exactly 50-50 right now on a Maximar. I think it was 3 heads and 3 tails, and then 1-1 right there. A Grass Energy going to Durant. We'll take a prize card, going down to 4, and there he is, Professor Birch, coming out finally. Alright, on to our opponent's turn. Let's see what happens. We could see it scrape down to maybe discard 4. Teammates going to search for any 2 cards, probably getting a Rainbow, and maybe a Crushing Hammer? Or a VS Seeker. Wonder which, we can't see regardless, like, we won't know, it'll just be a secret, but I imagine one will be a Rainbow. Do you scrape down? If this Pokemon has any damage, counters on a discard top 4 cards of your opponent's deck. So I imagine that's what we're going to see. There's a Rainbow to the active, but now all we need to flip is 1, and there's a Crushing Hammer, come on in! Alright, discarding a Dark, and we'll see scrape down, discarding 4 energies. Alright, 4 cards. Alright, 2 Darks, oh no. Alright, on to our turn. We get a Max Elixir, so I'm going to stand in. I'm going to Max Elixir. There's a Dark Energy. Going to put down this guy. We're going to use Professor Birch's Observation. Don't let me down, Professor Birch. It's your time to shine. And, Birch. Oh, no, Birch. All right, roller skates. Come on. Give me in another heads. All right, and, okay, another Max Elixir. Could be very useful right now. And we get another Dark Energy. There we go. All right, we'll put down on that guy. We will free retreat into this Malamar. And let's go for another Maximar. Let's see what happens. There's a Tails. Tails. And a Heads. Woo! I got kind of scared there. I ain't going to lie. Alright, but we take a knockout. Going down to 3. Prize card team. We'll move that Grass Energy to the Durant. We'll go down to 3. And we get a Fighting Fury Belt, which is great because we can use that to knock out this Durant if he doesn't put a Rainbow Energy on it already. Alright, so there's a Judge. Going to put both of us at 4 cards. How many Dark Energies are in here? There's 3 Dark and 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 Dark and 2 DCs are left in the deck. There's a Super Scoop Up Trick Shovel. Let's see what he decides to discard. A VS Seeker. Oh no, we could have grabbed a Birch with that. And does he have a Rainbow or not? And there's a Mount Munch. Just going to do 10 and discard 1 card. It is a Max Elixir, which could be useful. There's a Crushing Hammer. Let's see. Heads. Going to discard a Grass Energy. Take that. Fighting Fury Belt to the active. Super Scoop Up trying to pick up that Shaymin, and it's a Tails. Alright, we're going to go for a Maximar. We need 1 heads. Come on. Tails. Heads. And a heads. Alright, so 130. Going to take a knockout. We'll go down to 2 prize cards. And let's see, what do we get? There's a Trainers Mail. Alrighty. And just a Robo substitute is left. But since we do play Catcher, we can maybe bring up Pokemon off the bench if he does put 1 on the bench. There's a Fighting Fury Belt onto the Robo substitute. Oh, it does have 70 HP. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He just Fighting Fury Belt a Robo sub. I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know. A Houndoom comes out. Okay. Alright. So maybe we could take a knockout on the Houndoom. 6, 12, 18, 190 is what we can do to knock out this Houndoom. A catcher as well. My opponent knows what's up. He knows the secret. He knows what's up. Alright, on to our turn. We get a Megaphone. Oh, that could be spicy. Well, Trainers Mail. Getting a VS. I think we have to go for the VS Seeker to grab a Birch right now. I'll put a Float Stone on this guy. Fighting fear about this guy. We'll play the Megaphone, sure. And we'll VS Seeker for a Birch. And with the Birch, can we find a DC and a catcher? If we can find both of those, we could take a knockout on the Houndoom to win the game. And heads, gonna get 7 new cards. There's a catcher. There's a Dark Energy. Come on, catcher. Don't let us down, buddy. And heads, we're gonna bring up that Houndoom. Can we do it this turn? Dark Energy to the active. Yes, we'll like to put it to sleep. And let's see what's going to happen. Will Maximar work or not? There's a heads. There's a heads. And a heads. And a heads. We've taken a knockout on this Houndoom. Oh, my goodness. Professor Birch taking the game. There's a DC, and we did it. Alrighty, let's see our heads to tails ratio. Oh, my goodness. That was so cool. We got a heads on the Birch. Got to put the Houndoom to sleep. And flip 3 out of 4 heads with the Maximar. Man, I feel like the heads were on our side that game. Let's see, how many did we flip? Get 1 token. Oh, alright. We're getting somewhere with that. And let's see, stats. We're 17 and 12. My opponent were 2 and 5. I'm sorry, opponent. But we'll see one more game with the deck here in a second. Hopefully it's another. Oh, wait, we got a mystery wheel. Hold on a second. Hold on to your horses. Let's see, what do we get? And we get just some 1 turn ticket. Alright, but we'll see one more game with the deck here in a second. Hopefully it's another signing game. Alright, you're playing against G-Man 80924 playing a Lightning Psychic some deck. We'll call heads like always. We lost coin flip. Alright, but let's see who goes first. Oh, our opponent's still going first. Alright, it might be a Night March deck, which is probably not the best thing for us. My opponent has no base Pokemon. Let's start Shaymin and let's see what's going to happen here. And, okay, it's a Manectric Golbat deck. Alright. At least we get a mulligan draw, and we have Max Elixir, so if we can somehow find a Malamar, maybe we can get a turn 1 knockout. There's a Zubat, alright, we got a catcher, alright. There's a Trainers Mail. I'm gonna look at the top 4 cards of their deck, and let's see. Man, what do they start? Zubat and pass. That'd be amazing, alright? So, let's see what our opponent decides to do. There's a Love Ball, so they will have 2 Zubats, so we won't take the game immediately, but maybe we can knock out a Zubat. Okay, another Zubat coming down. A Muscle Band going on to the bench. Zubat. Lightning Energy and pass. Nope, Shaymin drawn 4. Alright, so Shaymin drawn 4 cards. And let's see, does he find... Oh, there's a Manectric, alright. But at least now he can't have a turn to Assault Laser. So that's good. On to our turn. Okay, Crushing Hammer. We're gonna Roller Skates first. Alright, let's Trainers Mail. There's a Pokeball. Alright, come on, Pokeball. Don't let us down. Come on, Pokeball. Give us a heads and heads. Alright, we can get the good old Malamar-EX. Alright, there he is. Coming down to shine. Let's go, Malamar. DCE. Oh, yes. We would like to... Oh, we should maybe... man, that's fine. That's fine. Max Elixir. Dark Energy, alright, and now we need to find a Float Stone or a Super Scoop Up. Come on, Professor Birch, don't let me down, buddy, and heads, alright, come on, let's see, what do we get? And we get the Float Stone, alright, I guess we can use another Max Elixir. There's no real threat next turn, okay, I guess we'll just, never mind, we'll just whiff that Max Elixir. We will retreat into the Malamar, and let's see what's going to happen. Let's use Maximar. And can we at least get 1 heads? There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. I don't like that because last time we flipped 3 heads, we flipped 3 tails. Alright, so take a knockout, getting a DCE. Ooh, I like that. Here comes the Zubat. Alright, on to our opponent's turn. We are resistance to dark. If we can find a catcher, there's a Golbat coming down. Gonna put 20 damage onto the active. Alright. And... alright, so my opponent needs 2 energies to attack with Manectric EX, which is great. That is good. We have Crushing Hammer, so maybe we can, like, deny him using Assault Laser. Yeah, maybe we'll be okay. There's a Level Ball. Gonna search for another Zubat, most likely. Yep, another Zubat coming down. Okay. So Zubat coming onto the field. And let's see what else my opponent decides to do. So Supercross going to do 10 to 10. Alright, on to our turn. We get a Crushing Hammer, double Crushing Hammer. Alright, so I'm going to put a DC on the active. Yeah, DC the active. We'll put the Go back to sleep. Put down the Malamar, and we're gonna VS Seeker for another Birch. Come on, Birch. Don't let us down, buddy. Give us a heads, and let's look for a catcher. Come on, catcher. Okay, heads. There we go. And okay, we get a roller skates. Heads. All right. Trainers Mail. Pokeball. All right. At least we can search for Zoras and Zoroarks. That'd be good to use. So let's use Pokeball. Tails. Pokeball again. Come on, we need a Zorua. All right. Double tails. Put down Malamar. We will Super Scoop Up. Heads. We're gonna pick up a Shaymin. Put the Shaymin down. No. Oh, no, I messed up. All right. We'll DC a Malamar. Play Super Scoop Up. Heads, gonna pick the Shaymin back up. Put it back down. We're gonna draw 2 cards. We're looking for a catcher right now, if you don't know. Come on, catcher. 1, 2. Alright, there's a Megaphone. Okay, well, oh, we could Megaphone right now. Discard 2 tools. So yeah, we'll do that. Discard 2 muscle bands. We'll Shaymin for another 2. Can we find a Zorua or a catcher? Alright, Fighting Fury Belt. Yeah. Oh, we'll Fighting Fury Belt. Sure, whatever. YOLO. Fighting Fury Belts, and we will Maximar. Alright, there's heads. There's tails. There's tails. And there's a heads. And there's a tails. Alright, so we're doing a 130. Alright, so taking a knockout. Going down to 4 prize cards. And let's see, what do we get? We get a catcher. Ooh, there we go. Next turn. Next turn, we can bring that Manectric up. Better watch out, Manectric. I'm coming for you. Alter our opponent's turn. He didn't play a supporter card at all. No supporter card. He played a Shaymin. And oh man. And a victory screen coming up. We're taking the win against Manectric Crobat. Man, that game wasn't too exciting. Our opponent kind of just drew past and didn't really do anything. So another mystery prize. But we'll let's see one more game with the deck. We'll play 3 games with this deck. Hopefully it's an exciting game. I mean, that wasn't really exciting. Game 1 was kind of exciting, but we'll see what happens. Was going to try to catch up with that Manectric EX, taking a knockout. My opponent obviously got too scared, and looks like we got 4 tournament tickets this time. But give me a second. We'll see one more game in the last game with Malamar, and hopefully it's a good game. All right. Alright, putting it's Ava H. Nail playing a grass and a colorless deck. Maybe the colors is just for Shaymin. The coin flip, and we won the coin flip. And yes, I would like to go first. Thank you, Pokemon. And on our turn, let's see what's going to happen. Alright, we get a mulligan. What? Okay. That's pretty crazy. Alright, and 2 catcher, 2 Max Elixirs, and 2 Super Scoop Ups. Alright, we're gonna mulligan. Gonna give him an extra card. We're gonna get a new hand of 7, and alright, we get a Zorua, Birch. Alright, so we'll press done, and hopefully we top deck a Malamar. Are we going first? I can't remember anymore. I already forgot. But there's a Shaymin. Alright. Alright. I'm just going to Birch, and let's just YOLO, see what happens. Come on, Birch. Give me a Malamar and heads. Alright, that's what I like to see. Alright, so Pokeball, don't let me down, buddy. Come on, Pokeball, and alright, we're going to Trainers Mail. We're looking for another Pokeball. Alright, I guess we'll grab the catcher. Maybe we can use it next turn. We'll put a Dark Energy on the active, and we will pass. Well, now, that Pokeball Tails really crushed my dreams, because we could start using Maximar turn 2, but now, I mean, we can still use it turn 2 if we get lucky. There's a Love Ball. We're going to see some kind of grass Pokemon coming out, and I wonder what it's going to be. There's a Rattata. This is Eradicate Break Ariados deck. Oh, man. It doesn't matter how much health we have. Oh, no. Okay, so grass, you're going to Rattata. All right. Alright, we could go for Dark Edge. Ooh, we could knock out that Rattata with the Dark Edge. Ultra Ball, discarding those 2. I think that's where we're going to go for next turn. Shaymin, alright. I'm going to see a Shaymin come down. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to catch up that Rattata. Use Dark Edge for 30. Oh, man. We have to discard energy to this Pokemon, but I think it's going to be worth it. Shaymin coming down and set up, draw 3 new cards. Alrighty. I've never used Dark Edge with a Zora. Even when we get a Zoroark, I'm going to use Dark Edge. That's what we're doing. Another Rattata comes down. Do we see an EXP share? Nope. Pass. Oh no, our turn. Alright. We'll get a Trainers Mail. Alright, so a Trainers Mail. What will we get? A Birch and a Megaphone. Pretty much both are useless. Dark Energy. Catcher. Come on, Catcher. And heads. Alright, we're going to bring that Rattata up. We're going to VS Seeker for a Birch. And come on, Birch. Let's find us a Malamar here. Come on, buddy. Don't let us down, Birch. Come on, man. It's your last 2 ride heads. Alright, you're gonna get 7 new cards. Alright, we get a Zorua. We get a Poké Ball. Come on. Let me find a... Okay, there we go. We're gonna get a Malamar. Alright, so we're starting to go somewhere. Gonna put Malamar down. Put a Fighting Fury Ball on it. Doesn't really matter, I know. And we will Dark Edge for the knockout. Take that. Rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat. Alright, so take a prize. Any prize, any prize. There's a Crushing Hammer. That could be useful. And let's see what my opponent decides to do. They could send up a Rattata, but that can just get knocked out unless they evolve to Eradicate. Oh, man. Alright. What we need to do next turn is DC this guy, Birch. Hope to hit a Max Elixir and to take a knockout. The only thing that's scary is this Eradicate break if it does get set up. It could just one-shot our Malamars. So into our opponent's turn, let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so we see a Parallel City, not Training Center come down to give his Pokemon 30 more HP. Evo Soda to get a Eradicate out, alright. And does he have a Wally? So Eradicate has 70 HP. We can just one-shot with the Malamar. We see a Grass Energy go down to it, alright. And a pass onto our turn. What do we get? There's a Super Scoop Up. Alright, so we might have to go for a Super Scoop Up play. I like that. Alright, so DC this guy... No, we can't go for a Super Scoop Up right now because we need to hit a Max Elixir. So let's Birch. Come on, Birch. Don't let us down, buddy. Tells. Alright, come on. And a Max Elixir. Okay, come on, Max Elixir. There we go. Dark Energy onto this guy. I'm going to Shaymin for 4 and then Trainers Mail to dig even deeper. So let's see. Can we find a catcher and can we flip another heads? Alright, there's a Zoroark. Trainers Mail. Come on, catcher. And... no catcher. Okay, I don't think Teammates is not in the discard pile. Yep, alright. So we're gonna grab a Birch, whatever. We're gonna use Crushing Hammer to try to discard that Grass Energy. Tells. Perfect. Retreat into the Malamar. Gonna put down the Zoroark. And the only thing I'm scared of right now is if that Eradicate break comes down. There's the Tells, and a Heads. Alright, so 70 damage. Not taking a knockout, but maybe... Okay, that Shaymin does wake up as well. Alright, so under our opponent's turn, I was hoping that Shaymin would have stayed asleep. But, oh wait, that Eradicate has 100 HP. I forgot about that. And there's the Eradicate break coming down. Now it has 110. I forgot, because it's not a stage 1 or a stage 2. It's a break now. So that's, fairly interesting, okay? So, 110 HP. We still just can get 2 heads, knock it out. He doesn't have an Ariados out yet, so he can't use Eradicate break to his full effect. He doesn't need the Ariados to poison us. He could still use his attack to bring us down full HP or bring this down all the way down. I think I'm just gonna use a Birch. Just try to find another Malamar-EX. Heads. All right, we'll get 7. There's a Crushing Hammer Super Scoop Up. Okay. I want a Fighting Fury about the Zorua. Crushing Hammer. Tails. Super Scoop Up. Heads. We're gonna pick up the Shaymin. We're gonna put the Shaymin back down to draw 2. We're looking for another Malamar, or a catcher. Either one would be great. All right, Super Scoop Up again. Heads. All right, we're gonna pick up Shaymin. Let's DC Zora 367. We'll just let Zoroark take a knock on the Shaymin. Shaymin set up for 2. Yes. And let's see. Can we find another Malamar? Okay, Royal Skates. Come on, give me heads, buddy. And Tails. Alright, not going to get anything. I think I'm just going to stand in. No, we got to use Shaymin again. If we don't use Shaymin again, it's pretty much useless because we can't draw any cards anymore. We're set up because we'll take 2 prize cards. There's a Birch. Alright, so we're going to Mind Jack for the knockout. 3, 6, 7. Alright. Going to go down to 3 prize cards. Let's see, what do we get? There's a Zoroark and a Max Elixir. Okay, we can make that Zoroark Malamar even more powerful. And onto our opponent's turn. Alright, so they're going to send the Eradicate. Very interesting play, of course. Well, let's see what's going to happen. I mean, there's a teammate that's going to search for any 2 cards in their deck. I wonder what they're going to search for. How are they going to poison our Zoroark is the real question. I mean, we can't take a knockout right now with Zoroark, but we can with Malamar if we get lucky. We do have to get lucky, but I believe in us. We're going to put a DC Max Elixir. We're going to try to do a ton of damage with this Malamar. Alright, so 2 cards come in their hand with the teammates, and let's see what they decide to get. There's an... Alright, hey, Spinarak coming down, alright. We see Grass Energy active. We might see let's see, a Super Fang. I guess that's what we'll see. But man, that Raticate is supposed to get knocked out. Like, it's supposed to get, like, just destroyed. I don't know what he's going to do. Like, I kind of just want to give my opponent, like, a glimmer of hope and, like, don't knock it out. But, yeah, we're going to try to knock it out. Super Fang for 120. Alright, oh, no. Oh, because... Oh, man, that's really funny. Alright, because now... If he counters the stadium, Zoroark can get knocked out. Oh, man, I hope that happens. Alright, Zoroark coming down. We will Max Elixir. What a letdown. No Dark Energy. So DC to this guy. We will, yes, we'll put it to sleep. I think I'm going to play Birch first. We could play Rose Gates, but we'll save the Rose Gates for later. Tells. Alright, there's another Max Elixir. Come on, buddy. Give me Dark Energy now. And there we go. I said Dark Energy to this guy. And, yeah, let's just go for it. We're going to treat into the Malamar. We could have maybe gotten this Malamar out, but let's go for a Maximar. Don't let us down. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so heads, tails, heads, and it tails. Alright, so we did 250 damage. We would have knocked out a Wailord EX. We're going to have 2 prize cards. Going to get a Float Stone, and my opponent's going to send the Shaymin. We have another DCE. Will my opponent let us go crazy the next turn and hopefully get a knockout on the Shaymin? There's an Ariados coming down. It is all up to luck, though. We could flip all tails. There's a VS Seeker. Let's see what they decide to get. Probably a Teammates. Yep. So Teammates going to come into their hand. We have another DCE. Do we have any more Max Elixirs? We don't. Alright, so DCE. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We flip all 8 heads. Oh my goodness. I don't know what we'll do if I flipped all 8 heads. I'd freak out. That's what I'd do. I don't know. How much damage is that? 480? Yeah, I think it's 480. 490 because of Fighting Fear Belt. I don't know, maybe. But Love Ball gonna get out of Rattata-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Gonna come out. Rattata-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta gonna come out. We could maybe catch up on Ariados. Ooh, that could be fancy. So we can do even more damage. So Poison's Nest gonna poison both of us. Alrighty. I mean, the Raticate might be scary. He does need 2 energies, and he really can't attack us the following turn. I think I just want to get like as many energies as I can on our Malamar. There's 3 DCEs. On our turn, what do we get? So we get a Crushing Hammer. So let's DC this guy. Let's poke. Yes, we'll put him to sleep. Let's Poké Ball. Searching for another Malamar. Maybe okay heads. Gonna get a Malamar out. We get the whole gang's here. 2 Shaymins, 2 Malamars, 2 Zoroarks. Oh man. So wrong card. Malamar, Float Stone. I'm actually looking for a Birch. Not for Birch. I'm gonna go for the catcher. And we see no victory screen. No, my opponent. No. No, I was trying to be nice, opponent. I promise I was. I was trying to catch up that Ariados. But there we go. We'll never know how much damage that guy did. Well, there you go. There is Malamar, Zoroark, Shaymin, aka Birch deck. What you call Birch's deck? I mean, it's probably the last time we'll see Birch in a standard deck. Probably an overall in any decks. I mean, N's coming out. It's going to be obviously the better choice. Let's see our stats. 13 anti-hits. We're almost halfway there. Our opponent was 1-1. So this will probably be the last time we see Birch. I know, it's going to be sad, unless somebody requested for Fan Friday, like a Birch-only deck once again. But yep, I mean, by next week, N will come out, Fate's Cloud will be out, and N's going to be played over Birch. I'm sorry, I mean, expanded, we don't see Birch at all. We see N over that always, so yeah, so I thought we'd give, like I said earlier, give Birch a last hurrah, play a crazy deck with hammers, and not hammers, a bunch of flips, and see what happens. So there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed Birch. I've had a lot of fun with Professor Birch. You always got to risk it to get the biscuit. That'll probably be the last time I say that quote. Alright, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.